I know only right action. Hi everyone, Antonio Thornton with another episode of 365 Science of Mind. Today is February 13th, lesson number 44, day 44. And today's lesson is I know only right action. And today's quote is from Dr. Marianne Diorio, a great thought leader, and a very short and concise but powerful quote. And it reads, right thought plus right actions equals right results. And you'll see how that fits into today's lesson. And the text reads, remaining constantly open to the love of God within ourselves can produce great results. Though the essence of love may be elusive, it pervades everything, renewing our soul and uplifting our emotions. We can all live happily, harmoniously, and successfully with one another when each of us practices a conscious recognition of the presence of love within ourselves and within others. We can overcome the troubles and difficulties that we have allowed to enter our lives when we remember that love is that creating and sustaining presence within all. So, what are we pulling out of this lesson? Thinking the right thoughts and doing the right things. What are the right thoughts? Remaining consistently open to the love of God. And being open to that produces great results. How? Is because we're allowing ourselves to fully accept, and I've used this term in the last few lessons, without obstruction, to fully accept without obstruction the full love, the full flow of the energy of Source through us. And I've said that this month, the month of February, is a month of love, if you will, and it mentions here, though the essence of love may be elusive, the essence of it, not love itself, but the essence of love may be elusive, it pervades everything, renewing our soul and uplifting our emotions. So, and this is not just about being in love, like romantic love more specifically, but this is about being in love, in the love of God, in the love of spirit, in the love of divine intelligence or the infinite mind, in the love of the all that is to be, being in that love all the time. And yes, it absolutely does renew our soul and uplift us and our emotions. And yes, we can live happily and harmoniously, and that's where the phrase namaste comes from. Is the God in me sees and greets or meets the God in you. And that's where the happily, harmoniously, and successfully living comes into play, is that we are constantly in the state of love and acting from a state of love, thinking from a state of love. That is where we see love in others where we may not have seen it otherwise. We can overcome the troubles and difficulties that we have allowed into our lives. And I have to really emphasize on these words here, the troubles and difficulties that we have allowed to enter our lives. Not the troubles and difficulties that have been bestowed upon us or that we just ran into haphazardly, but the ones that we have allowed, which are all of them, that we have allowed into our lives. Because love sustains us all. And that in itself is the practical application. How can you see love all the time, everywhere? How can you stay in that state of love? Well, just by being in that state of openness and receiving love, being in that state of recognizing that all around you is love. Just try that for a moment. That printer over there, that whiteboard, that tripod, that camera, that computer, that tablet, all of that's love. Your love, your love, your love, your love, I'm love. Just try that one day just to see what happens. Just try to see everything as love, as God, as energy, as source, which is what it is. Just try that fun experiment to see how it changes your perspective on the things that are around you. So a shorter lesson today, but just as powerful as the rest. I'm going to go ahead and transition into our meditation and affirmation for today. I'd like to do that just by starting out with just a deep breath, just to quiet our minds, quiet our spirit for just that moment. So feel free to take a deep breath with me if you like. And I'll speak the affirmation for myself, and feel free to follow along or listen along with your eyes open or closed. Open if you're driving, of course. Just to receive the words of the affirmation into you. God loves, moves, gives, and exists in me. As I eliminate anger and resentment, the divine nature flows freely through me. The life-giving qualities are forever in motion. There is nothing in me that can stop, even for a second, the flow of divine energy. And there is only loving right action. The warmth of love circulates through my mind, my body, and my world. The energy that I would have used, and I'm just going to change this word, the energy that I would have wasted in being angry, I now release in love. I dismiss all tendency to be angry, fearful, or resentful. In exchange, I am filled with faith, love, and trust. And so it is. Awesome. Again, thank you so much for joining me for yet another powerful lesson. I really love this line here. There is nothing in me that can stop, even for a second, the flow of divine energy. And there is only loving right action. And with that, I'm going to wrap up today's lesson. I look forward to seeing you guys on tomorrow. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will look forward to seeing you on day number 45. Tomorrow's February 14th, the day of love. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow in love. Take care.